There are names carved into stone and names carved into mist. In the north of Ireland, where the hills rise and fall like the breath of the earth, there lived a man named Walter Graham, known simply as Watty. He bore no sword of legend, he wore no crown of gold, but he carried something greater, the hopes of a land broken by division, and the dream of a nation yet to come. Born in 1763 just outside Maghera in County Derry, Watty Graham lived the life of a farmer, as his father had before him. But he was more than tiller of the soil. He was an elder of the Presbyterian Church, a man whose words carried weight among his people. Within the walls of Maghera's modest church, Watty listened to the sermons of John Glendy, a minister who preached not of kings and crowns, but of liberty, conscience, and brotherhood. When the armies of France stood triumphant at Valmy, Glendy hailed it as a miracle, the hand of heaven moving for the freedom of man, and Watty believed. In the flickering shadows of barns and back rooms, he joined the secret brotherhood of the United Irishmen, Catholic, Protestant, Dissenter, bound together by one dream, a free Ireland for all her sons. In the heavy summer of 1798, the dream was called to action. Watty answered. With his congregants at Maghera, he formed a new corps, the National Guard, armed with old muskets, sharpened pikes, and burning hope. On the 7th of June, they rose. Hundreds, some whispered thousands, marched beneath the mist to Crew Hill, the air thick with prayers and defiance. But hope is a fragile thing. From Antrim came grim news. Henry Joy McCracken had fallen. The Crown's forces, bloodied but unbroken, gathered fast. Watty and his comrades, McKeever, Glendy, Clark, saw the dream flicker and falter. There would be no victory today, only survival if they could find it. Maghera fell into chaos. The Presbyterian Church was burned, its Bible the only survivor. The fields, once green with harvest, ran black with smoke and ash. Flogging posts rose where prayer had once been spoken. Homes were razed. Children wept in streets soaked with fear. Watty fled into the hills. But betrayal hunts faster than any soldier. Seeking to collect a debt from a Church of Ireland rector at Tamlat, he found instead the bite of betrayal. He was seized by Crown forces, bound in the mist. There was no trial, only theatre. Court-martialed swiftly, he was condemned by the weight of fear and vengeance. And on the 19th of June, he was led to a gnarled old tree beside the Church of Ireland rectory. There in the grey half-light, they half-hanged him, strangling him until life flickered, then dragging him through the streets. They severed his head as a warning and paraded it through the smoking ruins of Maghera. His wife and daughter, their names lost to history, fled across the grey Atlantic seas, carrying sorrow in their bones and Ireland in their hearts. Behind them, Maghera burned. The dream of liberty smouldered in the ashes, but some say the land remembers what history forgets. When the mist hangs thick over Crew Hill, when the crows fall silent and the roads vanish into white, some swear they can hear it, a voice torn and sorrowful, calling not for vengeance but for the Ireland he never lived to see. Some say the fields grow colder where he walks, that footsteps sound on empty paths, that a shadow stands beneath the old trees, watching, waiting. Watty Graham, farmer, preacher, dreamer, rebel, still walking the hills of Maghera, still waiting for the dawn he was denied.